debating on the point of order 42 and 52 raised by Senator Michael Opayemi on the Edo State House of Assembly crisis, unanimously agreed to intervene into the matter and to ensure that peace is restored in the State House of Assembly to enable it continue with its legislative functions without hindrance or interference for any entity or quarters. The crisis began before the inauguration of the State House of Assembly, when some members-elect accused the state governor of planning to hijack the State House of Assembly leadership by his refusal to issue a proclamation letter for its inauguration immediately after the expiration of the 6th Edo State House of Assembly on 6th June 2019. However, the State House of Assembly was inaugurated on Monday 17th June 2019 by the clerk to the Edo State House of Assembly with 9 out of 24 members-elect present. Our action. Immediately we were inaugurated, we swung into action and had our first meeting on Monday 15 July 2019 to deliberate on the modalities and approaches to be adopted in carrying out a thorough and hitch-free investigation into the crisis. The ad hoc committee's action is guided by the relevant constitutional provisions as enshrined in the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. The constitutional provisions are as follows. A. Section 105, subsection 3. Subject to the provision of this Constitution, the person elected as the governor of a state shall have power to issue proclamation for the holding of the fourth session of the State House of Assembly concerned immediately after his being sworn in for its dissolution as provided in this section. B. Section 11, subsection 4. At any time, when any House of Assembly of a state is unable to perform its function by any reason of the situation prevailing in the state, the National Assembly may make such laws for the peace, order, and good government of that state with respect to matters on which a House of Assembly may make laws as may appear to the National Assembly to be necessary or expedient until such time as the House of Assembly is able to resume its functions. And any such laws enacted by the National Assembly pursuant to this section shall have effect as if they were laws enacted by the House of Assembly of the state, provided that nothing in this section shall be construed as conferring on the National Assembly power to remove the governor or deputy governor of the state from office. C. Section 11, subsection 5. For the purpose of subsection 4 of this section, a House of Assembly shall not be deemed to be unable to perform its function as long as the House of Assembly can hold a meeting and transact business. The ad hoc committee identified the following stakeholders to engage during this investigation. 1. The executive governor of the state, Mr. Godwin Obaseki. 2. The APC state chairman, Edo State, Mr. Ansem Ojezwa. The speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly, Mr. Frank Okie, and other members of the State House of Assembly, based on the inauguration. Aggrieved members-elect of the Edo State House of Assembly, the clerk to the Edo State House of Assembly, Alhaji Yahaya Oloregbe, the Nigerian Police, State Security Service, the National Chairman of Progressive Congress, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole. The ad hoc committee traveled to Edo's Ministry on Wednesday, 17 July 2019, and interacted with the identified stakeholders resident in Edo State, and held interaction with the aggrieved members-elect of the State House of Assembly and the National Chairman of the All Progressive Congress on Thursday, 18 July 2019, here in Abuja. The ad hoc committee interacted with the identified stakeholders for first-hand information and to be briefed on the circumstances surrounding the 17th June 2019 inauguration of the Edo State House of Assembly. The clerk to the Edo State House of Assembly was also requested to provide the following documents. 1. Copy of the proclamation letter. 2. Vote and proceedings of the State House of Assembly for its inauguration date. 4. Other paper of the State House of Assembly for its inauguration date. 4. That is 3 first. Then 4. Copy of media publication adverts notifying the public of the inauguration of the 7th Edo State House of Assembly. And 5. Video clips of the inauguration of the Edo State House of Assembly. The subsequent pages summarize our interactions with the stakeholders as noted. With the Edo State Governor, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, he made oral presentation to the ad hoc committee as follows. that the Constitution requires him to issue proclamation for the inauguration of the Edo State House of Assembly for his first sitting, which he has fulfilled. That he neither imposed nor anointed any individual to occupy the position of the Speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly. And that it was the decision of the state chapter of the APC to engage members-elect of the State House of Assembly and resolve to zone leadership position in the State House of Assembly among its members to ensure inclusion among the 3 senatorial zones, which was unanimously agreed by all the stakeholders of the party. The chairman of Edo State APC gave his own presentation also as follows: that the state chapter of the party convened an emergency meeting, state working committee meeting on Thursday, 13th June 2019 to primarily deliberate on the inauguration of the State House of Assembly and the subsequent election of its leaders. This was as a result of his interaction with the state governor on the need to replicate what happened in the National Assembly, that we had a smooth leadership emergency. That the governor mandated the state chapter of the party initiate the process of selecting principal officers of the State House of Assembly. 3, that the members of the state working committee of the party welcomed the initiative of the governor and were fully supportive of that decision. 4, that a second meeting was held on Friday, 14th June 2019 with the state working committee of the party, with party leaders across the state, local government, and members-elect of the Edo State House of Assembly, which was summoned to intimate the members-elect on the decision of the party in the zoning of the principal officers of the State House of Assembly. It is of note that all the 24 members-elect of the State House of Assembly were present. 5, that a follow-up meeting was also held on Sunday, 16th June 2019 between the State Working Committee of the APC, local government party leaders, and members-elect of the State House of Assembly, who unanimously agreed on those to occupy the leadership position in the Edo State House of Assembly to ensure equity, fair play, and balance in the state. The Clerk, Edo State House of Assembly. The Clerk, Edo State House of Assembly, Alhaji Yahaya Oloregbe, made both oral and written presentation to the committee as follows. 1, that he received proclamation letter for the inauguration of the State House of Assembly from the State Governor, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, on Friday, 14th June 2019, and was directed in the letter that the State Assembly should be inaugurated on Monday, 17th June 2019. 2, that he notified and informed all the 24 members-elect via phone calls and text messages of his possession of the proclamation letter, and the inauguration of the State House of Assembly will hold on Monday, 17 June 2019 by 3 p.m. 3, the invitation and notification of the proclamation letter was placed on the notice board of the State House of Assembly complex, as he was unable to place such in print or electronic media due to lack of time. 4, that he proceeded with inauguration of the State House of Assembly on the inauguration date with 9 members elect. And 5, that after the inauguration of the State House of Assembly, the members-elect present unanimously elected Honorable Frank Okie and Honorable Michael Ohio Ezomo as the Speaker and Deputy Speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly, respectively. Our interaction with the Speaker is as follows: that members-elect of the State House of Assembly received phone calls and text messages from the clerk, notifying them and inviting them to the inauguration. 2, that he and others availed themselves for the inauguration, while some were not available for reasons only known to them. 3, that members sworn in on the inauguration day of the State House of Assembly elected him as their Speaker. 4, that the State House of Assembly had been exercising its legislative functions and had received executive communications seeking the confirmation of the governor's nominees as commissioners in the State Executive Council. And 5, that there is no existence of crisis in the State House of Assembly, but only some members-elect who choose not to be inaugurated for unjustifiable reasons. The Commissioner of Police, Edo State. The Edo State Commissioner of Police, CP Damala Mohammed, made both oral and written presentation to the ad hoc committee as follows. 1, that the State Police Command on Monday, 17 June 2019, at about 8 a.m., was informed about the possible inauguration of the Edo State House of Assembly on the same date. That necessary security arrangement was put in place to maintain law and order within the State House of Assembly complex and its environs. 3, that the Nigerian police had its station personnel at the entrance of the State House of Assembly before, during, and after the inauguration, but additional reinforcement was given on the inauguration day to ensure a peaceful and hitch-free exercise. That about 9 p.m. on that same day, the inauguration of the Edo State House of 9 p.m. on that same date, the inauguration of the Edo State House of Assembly was conducted by the clerk to the State House of Assembly, and that both the Speaker and Deputy Speaker were said to be elected. That the Nigerian police is saddled with the responsibility of securing the State House of Assembly complex and its environment, and as such was not privy to what transpired in the chambers of the State House of Assembly. 6. That on Tuesday, 18 June 2019 at about 3 p.m., the Divisional Police Officer of Etete Division radioed the State Police Command headquarters and informed it that thugs and hoodlums had attacked Golden Tulip Hotel and were attacking guests, which prompted for a quick reinforcement to the scene. 7. That the attackers fled the scene upon sighting the presence of the Nigerian police personnel, and the victims were rescued and taken to the State Police Command at about 4 p.m. for the record of their complaint. 8. That among the victims rescued were 7 newly elected members of the Edo State House of Assembly. And 9. That the Nigerian police did not arrest, neither detain any elected member of the State House of Assembly as insinuated, and that effort was being intensified to arrest and bring the attackers to book. Members-elect of the State House of Assembly. The ad hoc committee met with the aggrieved members-elect of the Edo State House of Assembly on Thursday, 18th July 2019, in meeting room 204 of the Senate New Wing National Assembly Complex. They both made oral and written submission through their spokesman, Mr. Washington Osifo, member-elect representing Uhumode State Constituency, as follows. 1. That the genesis of the crisis emanated from their insistence that members-elect of the Edo State House of Assembly should be allowed to elect their principal officers without interference or input from the executive arm of the state led by the governor. 2. That the governor planned to install his anointed candidate as the Speaker and Deputy Speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly, which they vehemently rejected, and resulted to the purported illegal inauguration of the State House of Assembly. 3. That the governor acted in complete violation of Section 105, subsection 3 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, which requires the state governor to issue proclamation for the first sitting of the State House of Assembly immediately after being sworn in. 4. That the governor of Edo State has been in office for 2.5 years and ought to have issued the proclamation for the inauguration of the 7th Edo State House of Assembly immediately after the expiration of the 6th Assembly on Thursday, 6th June 2019. That their pleas to the governor to issue the proclamation did not yield positive results, which resulted in their decision to hold a press conference at the State NUJ Secretariat on Monday, 17th June 2019, pleading with concerned Nigerians to advise the governor to issue the proclamation for the inauguration of the State House of Assembly, as it affects the functions of the legislative arm of the state government. 6. That the purported inauguration of the State House of Assembly was conducted without their knowledge, as the clerk of the House of Assembly did not issue formal invitation, public notification for the inauguration, which has been the parliamentary tradition for the inauguration of a new assembly. 7. That none of the aggrieved members-elect received text messages or phone call from the clerk to the Edo State House of Assembly informing them of the inauguration of the Edo State House of Assembly. 8. That the clerk to the Edo State House of Assembly was compelled to inaugurate the House of Assembly when 4 members-elect were kidnapped and forcefully taken to the chamber of the State House of Assembly at about 9:30 p.m. on Monday, 17th June 2019, for the inauguration, and were joined by 5 members-elect loyal to the governor. Our interaction with the national chairman of our party, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole. 1. That as a concerned stakeholder from Edo State and a lover of democracy, it necessitated his decision as an individual to intervene into the crisis of the Edo State House of Assembly by reaching out to all the parties involved and to broker a lasting solution to the impasse which has not yielded the desired result to the reluctant actions of the state governor. 2. That the crisis in the Edo State House of Assembly is related to breach of law, lack of morality, and complete disregard for ethics. 3. That the proclamation letter for the inauguration of the State House of Assembly purportedly issued by the state governor was not properly done, and the members-elect of the State House of Assembly have not been informed about the possible inauguration of the State House of Assembly. 4. that some members-elect were forced to participate in the inauguration based on available facts that are within public domain. 5. That the state governor choose the speaker and the deputy speaker of the State House of Assembly. 6. That the action of the state governor is undemocratic and a breach of the Constitution. 7. That the abuse of power cannot guarantee peace and that peace can only be ensured where justice prevails, and as such, the National Assembly should do the needful in bringing an end to the lingering issues and crises in the Edo State House of Assembly. Observations and findings of the committee. After exhaustive deliberations on the submissions and presentation by the stakeholders, as summarized above, the ad hoc committee made the following observations and findings. 1. There was a general consensus and agreement among the All Progressive Congress members in Edo State on the zoning arrangement proposed by the state chapter on the leadership of the State House of Assembly for Speaker and Deputy Speaker respectively. 2. There was disagreement or lack of consensus among stakeholders on the micro-zoning proposed by the State Working Committee of the APC for the position of the Speaker and Deputy Speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly respectively. 3. Proclamation letter was issued by the Governor of Edo State to the Clerk of the Edo State House of Assembly on Friday, 14th June 2019 for the inauguration of the 7th Edo State House of Assembly on Monday, 17th June 2019 for its first sitting. The proclamation letter did not indicate the time for the commencement of the inauguration of the 7th Edo State House of Assembly as required. 5. Going by its former definition, proclamation is defined by Oxford Dictionary as an act of making public statement or announcement in respect to a particular subject of great importance. 6. The notice and invitation for the inauguration of the State House of Assembly to members-elect was only pasted on the notice board of the State House of Assembly complex and via text messages. Therefore, there was no public media advertorials, both in print and electronic media. 7. The proclamation letter issued by the Edo State for the inauguration of the Edo State House of Assembly was not in tandem with known parliamentary best practices. 8. In the 5th and 6th Edo State House of Assembly, media adverts, print and electronic, were published notifying the members-elect and the public on the inauguration of the Edo State House of Assembly by the clerk. 9. The aggrieved members-elect of the Edo State House of Assembly have categorically stated that none of them received text messages nor phone calls informing them of the inauguration of the Edo State House of Assembly on Monday, 17 June 2019. 10. No video clip or pictorial evidence clearly showing the inauguration of the 7th Edo State House of Assembly was provided by the clerk to the Edo State House of Assembly to this committee. 11. The vote and proceedings of the inauguration day, Monday, 17 June 2019, as well as that of Monday, 24th June 2019, and Wednesday, 3rd July 2019 of the Edo State House of Assembly, all adjourned till Wednesday, 17 July 2019 as the next legislative day. 12. The copies of the other papers of the State House of Assembly are having uniform adjournment date of Wednesday, 17th July 2019, which deviates from parliamentary best practices as other papers do not contain adjournment dates. Also, other papers of Wednesday, 3rd July 2019 and Monday, 24th June 2019 do not contain any business of the day. 13. Justifiably, the other papers and vote and proceedings of the Edo State House of Assembly were received by this committee, were hurriedly prepared for submission to the ad hoc committee. As such, there were few legislative activities after the inauguration. 14. The Nigerian police was informed about the inauguration of the State House of Assembly on Monday, 17 June 2019 at 8 a.m. of the same date. 15. The Nigerian police did not arrest or detain any of the members-elect of the Edo State House of Assembly rescued when hoodlums attacked the Golden Tulip Hotel where they were lodged. In view of the foregoing, the committee makes the following recommendation. The ad hoc committee thoroughly analyzed the submissions and presentation by stakeholders during its investigation and recommend the following. 1. That the Edo State Governor should issue a fresh proclamation letter for the proper inauguration of the 7th Edo State House of Assembly. 2. That the clerk to the Edo State House of Assembly should, in line with previous practice, formally inform all the 24 members elect of the inauguration of the State House of Assembly upon receiving the proclamation letter through media adverts in both print and electronics in conformity with parliamentary best practices. 3. In the event that a new proclamation letter is not issued as recommended above within a period of 3 weeks, the National Assembly is at liberty to invoke Section 11, subsection 4 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. Conclusion. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, the ad hoc committee sincerely want to thank the Senate President, the leadership of this distinguished Senate, and my distinguished colleagues for this rare opportunity to serve in this capacity. I so present. Thank you.
Comments. When there is crisis of this nature, all the stakeholders have been consulted and their opinions have been sought. Some have even given written submission. Some gave oral submission. So, in my view, Mr. President, the so-called proclamation given by the governor was not properly done. Proclamation is supposed to be done at least 5 or 6 days before the inauguration date. It was done in secrecy. You don't send text messages to members informing them that there is going to be inauguration. It has to be in both the print and electronic media. And there is a lot of fanfare involved in it. Members will even invite their supporters from their respective constituencies to come and witness the inauguration. We here in the National Assembly did the same thing. We were given enough notice. Our supporters at home were invited. The invitation cards were also issued. But in this case, everything in Odo State was done in secrecy. And there is no way you can inaugurate an assembly of 24 members with only 9 members. It is illegal, unconstitutional, and it should be null and void. And we should do the needful. The recommendation given by the committee should be upheld, that the governor should issue fresh proclamation letter. And immediately after that, proper inauguration should be conducted. And if they fail to do that, we should take over the functions of the State Assembly as stated in the 1990 Constitution as amended. Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator Rogers.
Overreaching and interfering in a matter they shouldn't interfere. From the report said, from what I've heard here, it looks like we are eager to take over the Edo State House Assembly activities. Looking at the report of both the party, the clerk, and all that, you could see it looks like a family affair of APC, which leadership of APC should have found a way to resolve, and not us stepping in the matter that I think we do not have the jurisdiction to do so. Now, and there's no proof whatsoever that Edo State House Assembly is not functioning. We have had cases here, or even the Federal House, where messages were taken away, and no other National Assembly came from anywhere to take over our activities. I think this matter should not go within the Senate. We should try and, both of us who are the caucus of APC, should try and help out and see how to resolve a family matter, rather than making it a National Assembly issue. We must never be eager to go and take over this. And what's happening there is a failure of leadership completely. and they should resolve it. But for us to stand here now and talk about giving 3 weeks mandate if the governor does not do that. I was once a governor. In the first place, it's insulting on the government of Edo State for us to sit here and give him mandate. If you don't do it within 3 weeks, then we'll slash you and take over your house assembly. This is not proper. So I advise that we should look into this before we bring ourselves to ridicule of interfering in a matter that we shouldn't interfere, where we don't have jurisdiction. I so submit.
Senator Samegu.
9 p.m. Something done in the night is a secret meeting. Is suspect. Is undemocratic. There was a purpose for that, which was not good. A governor should be able to, if there is conflicts among your members or even within the party, a governor should come and make peace and reconcile and hear both parties. So for me, I think the governor did the wrong thing. Even for inauguration at the night by 9 p.m. is suspect.
He's not the one.
Yeah, so excuse me, Mr. President. I hope I'm protected. No, I'm protected. Excuse me. Excuse me. The governor, the speaker did something based on the governor's instruction. It's as simple as that. The governor, the speaker or the clerk of the house acted based on the governor's instruction, because the inauguration was done at night. So for doing it at night, it is wrong, and I stand here to support the recommendation of the ad hoc committee.
The state governor should issue a fresh proclamation letter for the proper inauguration of the 7th Edo State House Assembly. Those in favor of this recommendation say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. That the clerk to the Edo State House Assembly should, in line with the previous practice, formally inform all the 24 members elect of the inauguration of the State House Assembly upon receiving the proclamation letter through media adverts, print and electronic, in conformity with parliamentary best practice. Those in favor of this prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. And in the event that a new proclamation is not issued as recommended above within a period of 3 weeks, the National Assembly is at liberty to invoke Section 11, subsection 4 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. Leader amendment.
By saying that in the event that a new proclamation is not issued as recommended above, within a period of 1 week, the National Assembly shall invoke Section 11, subsection 4 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended.
Say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Point of order.
Section 105, subsection 3, the one that was mentioned even in this report. If I may read, it says, subject to the provision of this Constitution, the person elected as the governor of the state shall have power to issue a proclamation for the holding of the first session of the State House of Assembly concerned immediately after it being sworn in, or for its dissolution as provided in this Constitution. So there is nothing that indicates in this Constitution that the proclamation ought to be published in certain media. So the fact that has not been done does not infringe the Constitution. So, and as a lawmaker and as a lawyer, I'm always very bothered about implementation of whatever that comes out of any legislative house. Now, if we allow these orders, these resolutions to carry.
Can I rule? You came on. Let me rule. As far as this issue is concerned, this has been laid to rest. The Senate has taken a decision, and let me say that this decision is in conformity with the decision the House of Representatives took 2 weeks ago. And I believe that our colleague Senator Emmanuel Kajev can bring this point of order at the appropriate time if it will do any good. But I believe that this resolution should be sent immediately so that 1 week is not in any way reduced by keeping the letters here. I think the National Assembly must always insist on the right things to be done, even by state governors. This is the home of democracy. This is the highest legislative chamber. When the National Assembly can query decisions even by presidents, I cannot see any reason why that when there is error, either misjudgment, or something that actually is undemocratic, that the National Assembly should stay away from it. This motion was taken on the 10th of July. We had 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks, allowing for things to go through some kind of political process. But I think it has proved impossible. So I want to congratulate the Senate for coming to the rescue of democracy, and I believe that the message is very clear. We want this issue resolved. We are not in a hurry to take over. Actually, the 1 week is to allow for the proper thing to be done, and I pray that the proper thing will be done in the next 1 week.